Hello, y'all. It's 9:03 p.m. So the dogs are barking, and I'm exhausted, very tired. I don't even know why they're barking so much, but I have a lot on my mind and a lot to say, but I'm 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 just and I wish those dogs would shut up. So I have some stuff I want to talk about that I want to say that happened earlier, some more stuff, but all I know is, I tried to take a nap earlier at the beach, and uh, my face hurts. It kind of burns from the sun. So me being overly sheltered, you know, because I felt like not being mentally strong enough to deal with the perp activity. Um, that's why I just, been staying in this motel room like a hermit, and so I just, not just try to get as much peace and rest as possible. So I didn't even get to use any of my tax refund money. I didn't even get to use any of that money at all to get to go to the beach or have like a beach day or none of that. So, it was spent on mainly basic survival and, you know, and, just a couple of other things, you know. So, but that's been gone, spending it on staying here every week because I tried to look for places. Like, I was documenting and telling y'all that I was trying to look for, you know, whether Mobile, Alabama, Tallahassee, Florida, Fort Walton Beach, Panama City, anywhere nearby. Could not find me a place because they're telling me my income isn't high enough. So, my income isn't high enough. So, they still wouldn't even accept the deposit, and plus, most places didn't even call me back. And then I had to deal with Craigslist scams and stuff. So, I had no other choice but to, spend the remainder of the tax refund money to stay here, and stay off the streets for as long as I could. So, I'm, I think not today, but the last time I didn't take a detox bath, but I took a bath today. But the last time I tried to take a detox bath a few days ago, I think that I accidentally stretched and kind of my back started to hurt, and then today it seemed like after I took a bath, it seemed like as if my back started to hurt again, and also my left shoulder earlier was hurting as well. So I felt like, well, they prematurely woke me up this morning, and then I couldn't even enjoy myself thoroughly like I wanted to at the beach, and I didn't even get to stay in the water for as long as I really wanted to at the beach because of me feeling the way I was feeling. And I felt like I just took it easy in the water for like less than an hour. And I tried to get as much rest I didn't even get to fall asleep, but I tried to. And so, I couldn't even get to fall asleep or take a nap or nothing, but I made several attempts to try to take a nap or fall asleep. And so then, ever since the past like couple of weeks, now it seems like as if I don't know if they are having like some electronic interference in my teeth or my mouth or something, because um like trying to talk hurts my teeth in my mouth and in between my teeth, like well, not so much not my lips, but in like inside of my mouth and my teeth. It hurts my teeth, make my teeth feel like the same irritation as if somebody would have screeched the chalkboard with the nail, scratched the chalkboard with the nails, with their fingernails or something. So to try to minimize the discomfort, I mean, I don't even know if it's what kind of electronic or electronic interference they're having. I mean, it's kind of difficult to describe, for me to describe that. Whenever I talk, um, recently, me trying to talk with the earbuds, and it makes me feel even more. My mouth area feel even more uncomfortable, and it seems like as if I have to like I get extra whistly sounds and like do y'all recall a couple of days ago I was doing a video and it sounded like as if an extra whistling sound came out? So it seems like as if I have to almost talk with a lisp and talk with my tongue in order to help minimize the discomfort in my mouth and stuff. I don't know what they're doing with the like the directed energy weapons. Are they hitting my mouth or what, that to make things so weird and uncomfortable? And this just started like this like a week or two ago. And so one thing I hate is when you experiencing the same thing as another target, and it, like, or if you experience the same thing they did on the same day that they did. Sometimes they'll be like, well, that's crazy, or that's a coincidence, and y'all can still talk. But other times, if you might tell a professed targeted individual that you went through the same thing that they did on the same day, and you even show them proof of your targeting, and they'll cut you off and say that you were perping them. There they go with loud music. Yeah, like when I was in the tub taking a bath, they had some idiot, fake crusty idiot with loud bass music, and then after I got out of the bath, taking the bath, they had loud music as well. They had loud music as well. After I took a bath, somebody who came by and blast loud music and stuff. And on the way to the beach, they had a red car that passed by us, and the car was one of those doctored up fake cars that had like the loud mufflers, and then they go and then pop 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 pop, those kind of cars that make the popping sound. So I had a couple of other events that happened. I'm gonna try to be strong enough and try to make myself talk about it and try to remember to talk about it. So they had this lady, she was wearing pink. The video that I did saying that this lady looked like she's filming me or taking pictures or something, and then I put her on film, and then she hurried up and put the phone. No, she did do that. She took the phone and turned it like as if she was taking pictures or videos of at another direction. And then later on, she pretended to be fake. She was wearing a pink swimsuit, and she had like a red umbrella thing. And she gave me a pink noodle and said, well, she emphasized the word red. Hi, would you like to play with this red noodle? And so I figured, well, wow, at the beach today is a whole bunch of fake nice perks, but I was too tired. I wasn't even much feeling it, with um but I wanted to get out of this house. I mean, this motel room because I didn't feel like being driven up the wall fighting off gnats all day and intoxicating myself just spraying with the rubbing alcohol trying to kill gnats all day. So I just went to the doggone beach and I'm supposed to go back to my hometown, New Orleans, tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, Friday. But tomorrow, um, I got errands to run. I probably was supposed to have done it yesterday, but my bills are paid. Yes, I have bills, the cell phone bill and the storage bill. And so, you know, I'm not broke, but you know how when you get Social Security money, it's such small amount that you feel broke. You already feel broke as soon as you get it. So but I wanted to say about that couple that was supposedly from New Orleans. Somebody walked up to them and asked, "Oh, are you from New Orleans?" And they had like a small little conversation. And so then the lady, she was drinking some alcohol and she was staring at me for a long time. And then later her husband had gotten the water and then later on he came back. And so I asked, "Well, are y'all from New Orleans?" And the guy said, "Yeah." And I said, "So what part of New Orleans y'all from?" He ignored the shit out of me. And so then I tried to talk to him and his wife. They both ignored the shit out of me like as if I don't exist. So I don't even know if that was fake and if they were probably not even from New Orleans. And if that could have been like a street theater or directed conversation, the fact that I'm about to go to New Orleans. But it's no surprise because, as I said, New Orleans people come up to Pensacola Beach all the time. All the time. Especially during holidays. So, um, I felt disappointed and I felt like there had to have been purpose because the fact that I just asked them a question and they were rude and ignored the shit out of me, I felt like it was didn't make any sense for them to just be mean like that. But I've had times when me living here in Pensacola and then go to New Orleans. I mean, I'm sorry, New Orleans people come to Pensacola Beach and they may talk and sound like they're from New Orleans. And I'd be like, "Well, hey, are you from New Orleans?" They say, "Yeah." And then I try to strike up a conversation and they like refuse conversation or refuse to want to talk to me. You know, but I mean, I remember when I worked at the zoo in New Orleans, it seemed like people just wanted to buy their ice cream and they refused conversation with me, refused to talk to me. And a lot of them, it's like, I'm wondering if y'all have taken y'all kids to have a good day at the zoo. You're the customer and you approach me with an attitude for no reason. And I'm like, well, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, if y'all take your kids to go to the zoo or Sky Zone or, Celebration Station or wherever so-called fun place or the aquarium, city park, you know, if y'all taking y'all kids someplace that's supposed to be fun, why you getting an attitude with me? I didn't even do anything. But when I was working at the zoo, they had a Hispanic lady who told me that I was the nicest person at the zoo. Out of all people, she said I was the nicest. But one time when I was working at the zoo, they had at the zoo they had this a couple of times they had I didn't realize they were gang stalkers at the time, but they were smoking and I was told to tell them that they're not supposed to smoke at the zoo on the zoo property, and then they would get an attitude with me and feel like they didn't have to listen to me. And that was like when I was working at Sky Zone. I was told to tell the the adults not to jump with their kids in the big space and that they had to take the kids over at the other space. And then they felt like they didn't have to listen to me, and they treated me like I was harassing them. And then the supervisor told me, well, you did the right thing. And so it's like the customers were giving me a hard time on purpose. But see, it's like when you have encounters with people as a target individual, it's like you gotta expect the unexpected. You know, it's just like, well, I mean, I don't even get directed conversation that much, and I sometimes get street theater. But the directed conversation, I have my earbuds in most of the time, and I hardly go anywhere. But I don't even know if that was like a street theater and directed conversation blended in together. That I'm supposed to go back to New Orleans, this Friday in a couple of days, and that lady asked them about being from New Orleans, and when I ask about it, then they ignore me like I don't exist. And I feel like, yeah, that's narcissistic. And I'm like, that's uncalled for, like, for no reason at all. Now, you just gotta be that rude like that. But anyway, I was trying to ask them, well, like, what part of New Orleans, trying to strike up a conversation and say, well, what part of New Orleans y'all from, whatever. So I can't even be outgoing or friendly, and that's one of the reasons why I just stay off to myself, and I've always been a loner, and people thought I was weird. Well, you don't want me to socialize, because if I try to have like a harmless conversation or try to talk to you, and then you make it like as if I'm getting on your nerves, or they will blow it out of proportion and over exaggerate and lie and say that I was harassing them constantly, or they'll ignore you and then get an attitude with you. But it's like, I was trying to say also earlier about I remember earlier when I got in the Uber ride on the way coming back, they had these foreign guys. One of them had his arm hanging out the window, and the other guy was he whipped out 2 cell phones at once to try to film me. And it's like, damn, I didn't even get to have that on camera, because my battery had gotten down to 15%. It got low. So when I went to eat dinner, the the waitress was fake nice with the but using like devil horns and satanic hand signs to point at the menu and stuff. And then I had like heavy gang stalking, like the one headlight and all that. And everybody having their arm hanging out the window on the way going back. Like, it was more perps, surveilling me on the way riding back home to the motel than on the way going. But I had some on the way going, and they had like a lot of white vehicles, like color harassment, a lot of white, but occasional little red here and there, but it's mainly white. Like, how the hell they got like 15 white cars all together riding on the bridge? So I felt bad for this little white bird. It was a white bird with some gray on it. And the bird, I was going to take a small little video, but I was trying to be modest and stretch my phone battery. And the bird, I already had a lot of videos, but the bird I felt bad for the little thing because the bird was limping on one leg. And so, and the bird was near me too. I remember one time when I was living in Los Angeles, and I thought somebody stole all of my pistachios. I don't even eat pistachios, but like the seagulls in Los Angeles, they stole my pistachios and ate them all. And then one time there was something that I fed them. I don't remember what it was. No, that I didn't steal it. I'm sorry, I didn't feed it. I think they snatched it away from me. Man, like a sandwich maybe. And they just gulped that down. Like the instant I turned my head, it was all gone. I'm like, damn. So I don't. I mean, I don't know what kind of birds they are. I mean, I think I see some pigeons, but the small little white birds here in Pensacola at the beach. I don't know what kind of birds those are, but the birds at the in Los Angeles, I think they're seagulls or something like that. And yeah, they tear up all you can't leave no food hanging around in Los Angeles at their beaches. You know, at Santa Monica at that beach in Santa Monica. No, that was Venice Beach. I had the was it Venice Beach or Santa Monica where the birds stole my pistachios and then they stole my stole food from me more than once. But today I wanted to try to do things as cheap as possible. And I mean, what could have been like $5 round trip and free meal, because I could have just bought. I mean, I ran out of beans, but I could have just had chips and, I mean, I'm sorry, tortilla and cheese and um, tortilla and cheese and like the seaweed snacks. And I mean, I got sidetracked. I didn't bring any water, and I forgot to pack a lunch in advance, being like distracted and just upset about that lady. And you know, it's like I didn't even, because it's like I didn't even think to, I forgot all about packing a lunch. And then the Uber driver was 30 minutes away. I mean, 30 seconds away. 30 seconds away. And it's like, well, I almost forgot my spray bottle. So I, it was after I had contacted him. I mean, called the Uber, and, you know, I didn't call him. I meant to say reserve the Uber. And then I didn't realize until after he was almost here. And I didn't realize that, wow, I didn't even get to pack the lunch like I promised. And sometimes, you know, the gang stalkers will have you mind controlled or distracted. And then you set up for destruction that way. Like, my stuff got stolen last year because I think they hit me with directed energy weapons or mind controlled me to accidentally switch the wrong bag. And then I didn't mean to put the bag with my valuables under the tree. I meant to put the other bag with my clothes and stuff, I meant to put that under the tree. And so, when you're homeless on the streets and your stuff gets stolen from you, and sometimes it could be the little bit someone has. You know, when you're homeless on the streets and your valuables get stolen, you feel almost as strongly hurt. As losing a family member, pretty much. And then it's like devastation, and then you end up like, it takes a while to try to bounce back and try to get everything replaced. But the thing is, with a human life, humans, you know, they have a soul, and you lose a human, you can't get them back. You know, you can't get a human back. So, but I'm just saying, like, when your stuff gets stolen, you get that shock and devastation, like an unexpected, almost the same kind of devastation as an unexpected death of a young family member. You know, but it takes a while to heal emotionally and mentally and stuff like that, you know. So, yeah, I mean, today was a bizarre day. I mean, But I felt like I needed to get out, because I said I couldn't go for walks every day in this neighborhood because it's the hood and I wouldn't know what would happen every day. So I stayed in here, and then, it's like I've been in a dark room almost every day and hardly ever coming outside. And it was like that when I was living in Los Angeles also, and also Denton, Texas, and Greenville, South Carolina. I think I used to take walks every day, and then when I was living in Jefferson, Louisiana, I used to take walks. And so that was before I knew for sure about my gang stalking. But I had to be homeless and harassed, and so now I felt like being in this motel or even the other motel. I felt like I just wanted as much peace and solitude and rest as possible. But then again, I feel like it's hurting me because of me being sedentary and not active and moving around, exercising my body and stuff, you know. So I'm yeah, I think that was all I needed to say today about today at the beach and stuff like that. And I like, well, y'all don't have to watch every video that I put out today. You don't have to watch any of them if you don't want to, if you don't have time. You know, and even this one, if you don't have time to watch it, you don't need to watch it. So I'm pretty sure everybody else's videos are more important. But it's just me documenting, how my day went and everything. And yeah, but I wanted to do some writing tonight. I think I hear a loud vehicle outside. I wanted to work on some writing tonight, but I am too tired and too exhausted, and yeah, I'm so tired and exhausted, and I feel like the perp bastards, they owe me a night of sleep tonight. They like they owe me for me to get to sleep good tonight, since they prematurely woke me up this morning early. So I may not work on any writing tonight. I wanted to, but I may not do it. But I listened to a few little Christian songs earlier today, But earlier this morning, I started to feel like more excited to go back to my hometown, New Orleans. But I'm feeling like I don't know what to expect and being scared, and also being scared about you know, the people, like any of the Kraft family or foster family or biological family members or anybody, or people did I say people I went to school with, and stuff like that, and anybody from the fake IDMR cult, or anybody, if I had to encounter one of them, you know, and then having this fear of having to watch my back and be afraid of anybody might want to do me any harm because of being mad at me about the truth that I exposed and stuff like that, So but I mean, I'm feeling scared because people. Well, I know the Bible talks about the end of the world and the Bible prophecy and stuff, but more and more people are talking about the inflation and get prepared now, stock up on food and water and everything, and stock up on necessities now, stock up and prepare now, and you, you know, so I mean, I would like. I mean, I don't even know where we're gonna be at this summer. Like July or August. I don't even know what will happen. So I'm trying to figure out, well, with the inflation and food prices and stuff, like I'm sitting here feeling broke already, just thinking about everything, but I was hoping that, if I'm still trying to figure out a way about, I mean, I guess the Kofi thing, I've been trying to advertise it and put it out on Twitter, and it's like tweeting to a brick wall. And so I don't know. I'm just tired right now. It's now 9:34 p.m. Excuse me. So that would be helpful if I could, you know, make income or money from my writings. I forgot that Quora surprised me this morning with almost $14. Like every 3 or 4 months, I don't remember if it was 3 or 4 months, that Quora um will pay me, even, and that could have been a source of income, you know, or a little side hustle. But the perps bullied and ran me off of Quora. So with the partnership, I was forced to shut the thing down because of the online gang stalking. And so now, I mean, getting $14 every 3 or 4 months or so. Well, no, it's not $14, but it depends, or it varies. And so my ebooks, I got $6 from that. $6, no, $8.11 or something. Total from the ebooks, that maybe somebody must have bought some in January or February. So I need to try to tell myself not to be scared of have fear of the future. You know, and because I know so many people try to make, like, well, if you didn't prep or you didn't stock up on food, it's your fault. But I mean, being like targeted and forced homeless and stuff, it's like, well, how do you prep and stock up? If you don't have a stabilized place to live and stuff, you know. So yeah, I'm just feeling. I feel like I don't even know how to properly communicate my emotions, but just to say that I'm, scared of what I'm going. I mean, scared of what might happen in the future, whether it's my personal situation or this countrywide situation. I don't even know if they're doing construction at night. I'm hearing some noise out there. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling like extremely. I don't want to say dead tired, but I can't explain how tired I feel. And the dogs are back to barking again. So, um, tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo, and I thought around that time there would be like, if IHOP would be like National Pancake Day or something, or did I miss it? And they ain't got no IHOP over here. They used to. Um, so I really hate that today the cheap method that I tried, that I planned out, was manipulated to be like almost 100 times, nah, but a whole lot more expensive, you know. So I'm gonna talk to y'all tomorrow.